Hi everyone, my name is Katie. Thank you for being here with me today. So we're going to do a yin practice that's going to help with tight shoulders today. I like to call them Yingas because in the yin, I like to sprinkle in a teeny tiny bit of movement and a little bit of flow, a little stretch, okay? But not a lot. Our main focus will still be the yin, so holding the poses for longer. But we're just going to sprinkle it in there. So if you have 2 blankets or 2 towels, please grab them. It's typically what we'll use today. So other than that, I will meet you on your mats. Let's start up in Tadpole or Child's Pose. So how to do that? Bring your toes together, take your knees wide to the edge of your mat, and we're just going to sit back. Now, if you want a little bit of support, if you feel like it's kind of tight, take one of your blankets or towels. We're going to roll it up and put it on the back of our calf like that, okay? And sit back on that, okay? So we're going to be here for a few moments. Let our breath be natural. Maybe focus on your exhales a little bit longer if you want. If not, you can just let it be natural. We're just going to welcome ourselves to the practice, welcome ourselves to the mat, and just do a quick body scan, heart scan, see how we're doing. All right, when you're ready, let's press ourselves back up to tabletop. You can move the blanket out of the way. We're going to come to tabletop. So your wrists are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. And we're just going to press back and lift to down dog from here, okay? So nice little stretch in the back of our calves. And then we're going to roll ourselves forward back to tabletop. And then we're going to go back to child's pose. Now this is a regular child, not the wide-legged. We're going to come back up to tabletop. Tuck our toes back to down dog. Pull yourself back to tabletop. Back to child's pose. Back up to tabletop. Work to down dog. Last time here. Back to tabletop. And then back to child's pose. And then we're going to come back to tabletop. I'm going to face you so you can see this, but you can stay oriented like this on your mat. So I'll be able to explain it. So we're in tabletop. We're going to extend your right leg out to the side, okay? Just check that your arch intersects your knee, okay? So you might have to adjust it. All right. And from here, let's just bring your bum back and forward a little bit. This is the ga part of our Yinga. A little movement before we settle into our longer holds, okay? Again, if anything doesn't feel right to you, please come out of it. All right. So from here, come back up to where you're stable. Take your left hand to the back of your head. We're going to reach our left elbow up to the sky. It's a little nice rotation in our upper back. And then point your elbow down. And we're going to extend our left hand behind our right arm. Come bend your right elbow as you come down onto your left ear, okay? Can walk your right arm up if you want for more stability and a little less awkwardness. Make sure not to walk out in your right knee and keep a tiny bend in your extended legs knee. All right, when you're ready, let's bring your right arm back, push yourself up and unwind, okay? And then let's just take our back and forward again, okay? And then we're gonna do the other side. So bring your right leg back, left leg's gonna extend out. Check your arch to knee alignment, okay? And we're just gonna take ourselves, your arms are under your shoulders here. Just take ourselves back and forth a little bit. And then your right hand's going to go to the back of your head, elbows down, pointing down first, and then we're going to reach it up just a little bit here. Not so much that we're cranking into our low back, okay? Just through our hearts and our thoracic part. And then we're going to run our right hand behind our left, come all the way down onto your right ear, and then walk your left hand up, okay? Keep that little bend in your left leg, okay? And let's go ahead and drag your left hand back up. Press yourself up. Bring your right arm back. Let's take it back and forth just a little bit more here. And then we're going to come back into our tabletop. I'll turn back this way. You can come onto your forearms. Okay, and we're going to extend your feet out. You can come to a forearm plank here. Lower your belly down. Pass through your heels. If you want, you can always come to your knees. Always an option there, okay? So your forearms are parallel to, they're parallel to each other and they're about shoulder width apart, okay? Press to all parts of your arms that are on the mat. A little bit of strength work. Couple more breaths. And then let's come to your knees. And we're going to walk ourselves all the way up to kneeling, okay? You can go ahead and tuck your toes and sit back on your heels. And then just make sure your pinky toes forward. Sometimes it likes to get out of this stretch. I'm going to bring your arms up. And they're kind of making, I'm going to face you for this also. They're making kind of a U shape. Kind of like you're going to do YMCA, kind of that shape. They're not like this, okay? We're going to get that lift through our armpit, bring our shoulder blades back, and then rise up to our U shape, okay? So lift through the armpits, shoulder blades back, rise up. We're still kneeling on our toes, so they might be talking to you right now. And then when you're ready, let's sweep our arms behind us. Walk your arms down your back before you find your palms, okay? And then extend. A couple more breaths here. Interlace your fingers, stretch down. Just look slightly up. We don't want our head to flop back. We want to keep that engagement in our neck. And then let's come forward, back to tabletop. Flip your toes and tap them out, okay? Tap, tap, tap. All right, and then we're going to come onto our belly. Bring your forearms in front of you. Come all the way down to Sphinx Pose, okay? So set it up here. So your elbows are under your shoulder a little bit in front. You can even bring your hands together in triangle. Really lifting through your heart center here. Gaze is forward. Tops of your feet are on the mat. All right, let's come all the way down onto our bellies. And we're going to extend your left hand out to your side, okay? So extend your left hand out and then pick it up and maybe move it down about 3 inches, 3 or 4 inches, okay? We're going to bring our right hand about 3 or 4 inches to the side of our heart on the right side. And we're just going to start to roll our body over. We're going to do, this is called broken wing pose. So you just start to roll until your right foot is going to land. You can plant it on the right behind your left knee or a little bit out, maybe like 6 inches out, okay? So you're supporting your upper torso with your right hand. You might need to move it down closer to maybe your low ribs. All right, and when you're ready, let's roll yourself back onto your belly, okay? Roll out here, and then take your left hand, bring your left foot as close as you can to your bum. Take your left hand to the top of your foot. And you can rest your head on your right forearm on the right side. Nice stretch here. A little lift if you want. And then let's really gently let go of your foot and let it land down. Okay, super soft here. And then we'll go to the other side. So right arm is going to extend out at your side. Pick it up about 3 inches lower, okay? And then we're going to press the ground, roll ourselves over. So your left foot is going to be flat behind your right knee, roughly, okay? Your left hand supporting you for balance. Okay, and then we'll slowly roll back onto our belly. Okay. Make yourself kind of straight here. And then make your forearm pillow with your left hand. Rest the left side of your face on the pillow. Bend your right foot so your heel is as close as you can get it to your bum. And then reach back and grab onto the top with your right hand, okay? You can add a little press in your foot against your hand if you want to open up through the shoulders more. And really gently now, let your foot go down, bring your arm back. And we're just gonna roll ourselves all the way to our backs, okay? Whew. Notice if your shoulders feel a little tired. You might wanna bring your arms up and kind of shake out your hands and your arms here. Maybe make a fist and do some, I don't know what this is, air walking with your hands. I don't know, whatever you wanna call it. All right, press your head on the mat, lower your shoulder blades down, okay? We're gonna walk our feet to the edge of our mat, drop our knees to the right, okay? Bring your arms up, T-arms at your shoulders. We're gonna look to our left, and then bring your right arm up by your ear, okay? Now, if you want a little bit more in your hips, you have the option to pick up your right foot and put it on top of your left thigh, if that feels okay. If that doesn't feel okay, don't do it, okay? Number one rule in the yoga. All right, let's unwind that and then use your core to bring your knees up. Okay, and let's adjust here. Press your head on the mat, lower your shoulders down. Walk your heels up as close as you can, and we're going to make a fist, bring our forearms, our triceps, the back of our arms into the mat, and just kind of lift up a little here. Bridge pose, roll, feel your upper body, and then you can roll down, okay? Then we're gonna walk our feet back to the edge of the mat and drop our knees to the left now. Arms go up at T-arms. Look to your right, and then your left arm's gonna go up by your ear. Again, option to put your foot on top, but if you're not loving that, I'm not really loving that today, then don't do it. All right, let's bring your knees back up. Bring your feet back to hip width. Set up for your bridge again with your tricep press. Make a fist, lift yourself up. Squeezing your glutes. And then lower down. Let's reach for the inside back of our heels. Come to happy baby just for a moment. Okay, and rock side to side here. Give yourself a nice back massage. We didn't do a lot of hip work today, so list a little bit in here. And then let's peace finger your big toes and start to extend your feet out. Full hand to big toe stretch here. And whenever you're ready, bend your knees and let's set up our Savasana. So press your head on the mat and walk your shoulder blades down again. Extend your feet out. Let them get nice and floppy and heavy. Arms out at your side, the palms facing up. And just let's everything integrate here, everything we just did. Let our body process it. Go ahead and point your toes. Flex your feet. Make a fist, your hands. Squeeze your thumb in. Bend our knees into our chest. Give ourselves another nice big hug and roll to the side. Slowly, let's pause here. Honor our body and our breath and ourselves for showing up. When you're ready, press yourself up to seated. I'll meet you in Sukhasana. As always, it's an honor to practice Yin Yoga with you. Share this time and this space and this energy. May you be okay. May you be healthy. May you be free from suffering. May you know kindness. May you know peace. May you know love. Namaste.